Okay.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Marco.
Everybody knows how much I love Spain.
Spain is a proud nation, and we're very much inspired by our athletes.
I think many of us in Spain, we grew up with this passion for our sports.
Sports heroes are role models in Spain.
It was started with the young kid, Severiano Ballesteros, just walking in Pedreña.
He was just a teenager following his dreams.
He made it possible to make us all dream that everything and anything was possible. A Spaniard that could be any one of us. Those celebrations away from home was a way for Spain to say, hey, here we are in the world stage. Without a doubt, José María Olazábal was inspired.
Oh! Eagle for José María Olazábal.
José María Olazábal has won the Masters.
Olazábal has a second green jacket.
Winning it 2 times, that puts you in a different category.
Olazábal put win behind the sails of Sergio.
Once and for all for Sergio.
It's a beautiful thing when you see the ripple effect.
The spirit is real. John Ram was inspired by Olazábal.
Ram wins the Masters Marathon.
It's like the spirit of Severiano once again was in the air. Olazábal grabbed that spirit with the new people coming.
It's beautiful when you can inspire a younger generation. That's true legacy.
What you inspire in others and what others inspire in you.
Hello, friends, and welcome to our annual celebration of the champion golfers who have graced the fairways of Augusta National. Back in 1980, Seve Ballesteros became the first Spaniard to wear the green jacket, inspiring an entire nation, including a 14-year-old boy who grew up less than 2 hours away along the northern coast of Spain, who one day would find Masters glory himself. By the time Seve won his second Masters in 1983, the Spanish golf world was already preparing for its next generation of heroes. Well, today, we look back at the remarkable journey of the man who not only followed in Seve's footsteps, but continues to channel that inspiration to the current and next generation of Spanish golfers. From the Basque region of Spain to Augusta National, today, the triumphs, the near tragedy, and the legacy that is José María Olazábal.
This place is obviously very close to my heart. This is where my roots are. I grew up here. This is the picture of my house where I was born. Sometimes it's very hard to believe that, you know, from a place like this, in the middle of nowhere, all of a sudden you might have a golf player that, you know, has done pretty decent. Let's put it that way.
The owner of the land sold the land because there was people looking for a piece of land to build a golf course. He decided to sell the land under one condition, that all the families that work the land will have a place at the golf course to work on. That's what happened. And funny enough, my mom put the flags on the first 9 holes, the 4th of February, and I was born the next day. So that's how I got involved with the game of golf.
My first memories would be when I was around 6 years old, spent hours and hours on the putting green just on my own. But it didn't matter to me because I could spend the whole morning or the whole afternoon with a couple of balls and a putter, you know, right here. It was a great time, I have to say. Finally made one. This is the first time I ever won a tournament. It was the Spanish National Championship under 8 years old. I was 7 years old. It was 1973. Obviously, when you are 7 years old, you don't think what life can bring you. But you know, that's where everything started. This is the first trophy that I won with that one. You know, I think for a 7-year-old kid, it looked pretty big.
I want to talk about your rising stardom in golf as a boy. You know, winning all these events, the British Boys and the British Am, the British Youths events in successive years. When did that light just kind of turn on and you realized that you had this kind of ability?
I played the game for the fun of it. I have to say that I enjoyed my time on the golf course. I enjoyed the competition since I was a little kid. And I never thought about me dedicating my life to golf as a professional. You know, I was having a ball.
Well, I'm gonna take this one here. This is a very special moment for me. This is the first time I met Seve. This is one of the best moments of my life.
Jim Nantz remembers Augusta, the Spanish inspiration, presented in partnership with Rolex.
April 1980. Georgia, USA. 91 of the world's finest players assembled once again for the annual springtime rites at his lovely and most lasting creation, the Augusta National Golf Club. The 44th Masters. Severiano Ballesteros of Santander, Spain. Olé! 8 under and all's well with the world. This for a 68 and a 7-stroke lead. And there it is one more time. The magic touch. Should Ballesteros keep this up, he would become tonight, at 23 years and 4 days, the youngest ever winner of the Masters.
And now here it is, the Matador, ready for the moment of truth, and that'll be that. Seve Ballesteros, the winner of the 44th Masters.
Seve was hugely popular in Great Britain, in the States, but you know, in Spain he was not as well known as in other countries around the world.
When did you first know of him?
I knew about him through magazines, golf magazines. And the first time I met him, I got a phone call at home from a lady saying that she was the Seve's secretary, and that Seve was willing to play a match, a charity match with me in Santander. And while I was on the phone listening to the lady, I said, well, I think you're pulling my leg, so, you know, I'm not going to listen to you, so I hung the phone down.
You thought it was a prank?
Correct. So, you know, I left it there, and a few days later, phone rings again, and is this José María Olazábal? Yes. Who is this? This is Severiano Ballesteros. I said, oh my God. So I said, yes. And he explained the whole situation. You know, I've been following you. You know, I've seen you've done well at the British titles and all that. And he explained the whole thing again. He said, well, I want to play a match with you in Pedreña. And that's how I first met Seve when I was 17 years old. And, I have to say that it was, one of the best days of my life.
It's just gorgeous weather again as the handsome young man from Pedreña, Spain heads for the driving range in the beginning of a big working day. Slam, bam, birdie, eagle.
Seve Ballesteros is about to take one of the grandest marches in all of sport, where he will cap his second Masters championship.
I guess it was meant to be.
I enjoy very much win the Masters, and I enjoy very much every year coming over here. And the best thing to win the Masters, you will be here forever, so that's the best thing. I'm very happy.
When I got to 17, 18, the results were there. And all of a sudden, I thought, well, if I'm good enough to win all these events, maybe, I might be good enough to become a professional and earn a living. And I talked to my family, to my parents, and I said, I would like to try and become a professional golfer. And my mom said, well, but golf. I mean, how on earth are you going to earn a living playing golf? She said, okay, well, first of all, you finish your studies, and then you give it a go. And if you see that you're not earning a living, you go back to work. You find a job, whatever it is, and that's what we'll do. And that's what happened. I finished my studies, turned professional when I was 19 years old. Played Q School in Spain to get a card for the European Tour, and I won there. And well, that's it.
You win the British Amateur, and with that comes that first invitation to the 1985 Masters. How did Seve help you that week?
He taught me so many things about that golf course, and every time we got to the greens and we went to the edges of the greens, and he said, well, the flag is going to be here and there, and whenever the flag is here, don't even look at it. You just go for the middle of the green and just I'll play from there. And the most important one is that he made me believe that my game was suited to that golf course to win over there. So I think that was the key. He kept on saying to me, you have a good iron play, you have a good short game. This golf course, one day, you will win.
For us in the United States, we knew that you were the protege for Seve. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, in 1990, in Akron, Ohio, you shoot 61, and you win a tournament by 12 shots. It was a collection of the best players in the world, mm-hmm. by a dozen shots. That's, I think, for a lot of us, when we realized there was something very special about this guy. What do you remember about that week?
Well, I remember not just the victory itself, but how I won. That was a key factor for me to believe that I had the game to compete against the best in the States. And I think that really carried on in the future, and especially at Augusta.
Now Olazábal for birdie to take the lead upright.
You were standing on the 16th tee on Sunday, and you led the Masters. What was going through your mind?
I knew, it was not going to be easy. Woozy, Tom Watson playing behind me, both of them. I knew that they were not going to give that tournament away.
What a great stroke for Tom Watson. The 16th hole, as the crowd settles quickly. Olazábal doesn't appear to hear them. So great is his concentration. Pulled it into the bunker. And that is going to be a devilishly difficult shot.
Woosley makes birdie, and Watson creates one of those massive roars.
Yes! Second eagle of the week for Tom Watson.
You know that there is something special going on 15.
There you see it. Tom Watson, José María Olazábal, and Ian Woosnam tied for the lead.
I knew they were not going to give up, and I knew I had to perform well those last 3 holes if I wanted to have a little chance of winning the tournament.
And you came up big with a clutch putt at 16.
It was trying to get away, but it counts as a 3.
I made that putt, and then, we kept things tight. And I remember getting on to 18, and I thought, I had to force the issue. I went for a birdie. I took the driver off the tee.
All he wants is take the bunkers out of play.
God, baby.
Look out.
Get away.
Look out.
Get away.
I thought it was going to be good. I liked the shot, but, for whatever reason, that ball was fading and took a couple of bounces left, and I ended up in that left bunker.
Look out. And he draws it back in the bunker again.
A long bunker shot left for Olazábal.
Ended up making bogey. And we all know that Woozy, took the driver and hit it over the bunkers on the left and make a great par putt to win the tournament. And I remember a couple of weeks later, Seve approached me and said to me, Jose, the next time you are on 18 and you are tight, make sure you make par. Force them to make birdie. I said, well, Seve, we were tied with. I thought, listen, 18 is a tough hole. It's not easy to birdie the hole, so sometimes par is very good. So I took that in '94 with me.
Jim Nantz remembers Augusta, the Spanish inspiration, presented in partnership with Rolex.
He likes to take the 3-wood when he needs to move it right to left. And you can see why. Good tee shot.
You came to Augusta in '94 off a good finish in New Orleans.
Yes.
Runner-up.
Yeah.
Were you feeling pretty good about maybe this is the week?
Yes, actually, I have to say that. I liked my chances that year. But the gods of golf somehow kept me in my toes. And I didn't have a great round, the first one. I was really, really upset with myself. I was thinking, 74, my Lord, I blew my chances to win this tournament. So all of a sudden, from having high expectations, I went there and decided that, let's play a good round of golf. Let's play aggressive. And everything clicked. And all of a sudden, I put myself in contention again.
From 190 yards, José María Olazábal, his golf swing looking oh so good, as is this golf shot. Whoa! Easily the best shot of the day at 10. José María is ready to move to a one-shot lead.
On Sunday, you went out early to the course.
Yeah.
You went out onto the veranda. Where were you mentally that day?
Well, I was there well ahead my tee time, well ahead, because the last tee of time is quite late, so I didn't know what to do, And funny enough, for a good hour or so, I was enjoying the moment. I was letting everything in, and enjoying the scenery. I felt in peace. That was my frame of mind that morning.
Seve left a note in your locker that Sunday morning. Do you still have the note?
No, I shame on me, I don't have it.
What did it say?
Well, he said, you have the game to win this tournament, and let the tournament come to you. It was special. When I read it, it sank. Yeah.
Now, José María Olazábal with 215 yards to the flagstick, not a breath of wind. He's going with a 3-iron. That's right at it. If it's enough. Whew. Talk about living dangerously. That is absolutely on the very edge of the precipice.
For a second, I thought, oh my God, it's going to go in the water.
It's going to come back.
Correct. So it was a huge relief, obviously. But then Tom hit a magnificent second shot. What a shot he hit, my Lord.
That's right at it. Beautiful shot. The best of the day.
I mean, fantastic shot. But funny enough, I made my putt.
That's a wonderful putt. Oh! Eagle 3 for José María Olazábal, with Tom Lehman looking at an eagle opportunity of his own. Oh, no! Well, that is a crushing blow. So the advantage is 2 to Olazábal with 3 holes to play.
That 15, I think, was the key. That gave me that little cushion.
At 17, the Spaniard for par. And so the final 2 players go to the final hole, separated by 1 stroke.
I got to the 18th tee, and driver was out of the question. I remember very vividly the conversation we had with Seve. And I said, okay, I'm not hitting the driver. I took the 1-iron, and I hit the 1-iron as hard as I could.
The reaction is good. so is the shot.
People maybe don't realize because the TV didn't show the angle right, but I was blocked by some of the trees on the right.
The branches.
The branches, correct. And I tried to hit a little fade, and it went straight, and that's why I missed the second shot left.
That's going to go further than you think.
Watch this. Watch the touch. But watch, it's still not over.
Nope.
That took some real talent and nerve. If Lim doesn't make it, Olazábal knows that 2 putts he wins.
Nice way to go out. You'll read Olazábal on the trophy. 1994 Masters champion.
The minute the ball goes in the hole, you realize you've won.
Yeah.
Your mind's got to be flooded with a lot of thoughts.
When you dream about winning a major, you think that it's going to be a moment of total joy and happiness. That's how I picture myself. But when I made that putt, I had a sense of relief. Somehow, I said to myself, you know, you did it. You finally did it. And it was a relief.
I was thinking I didn't have to say any words, but what can I say? This is the happiest day of my life. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks.
When did you make the phone call back home?
Right then. Yeah, right then. I got to the house, and with the time change and all that, it was early morning on Monday.
And they stayed up all night to watch?
They did, yeah.
Now they realize their son's dream, get that education first, finish your studies, and now I can go out on the world and make...
It was paying off.
It's paying off pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, there were, well, obviously there was a few tears shared. Yeah, it was very emotional. I've always said that to be able to play good golf, a lot of things have to be in place outside the game of golf, and family is a huge part of it. And I've been very fortunate to have a wonderful family.
Seve's reaction when you won and you joined him in that very treasured club, Masters champion?
Yeah, he gave me a huge hug. And to be able to share with Sevi, it was extraordinary. But the hug that he gave me, it was a very warm one.
He waited for you?
Yes. Yeah.
That had to mean a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, you went back home and the King of Spain even wanted to shake your hand. What was that like?
Well, extremely special. I mean, you never dream of things like that. As I said, I mean, you dream, maybe, winning tournaments here and there, maybe winning a major event, but that part is out of the equation.
95, you come back as the champion.
Mm-hmm.
It also happens to be the first time competing at the Masters for this young amateur named Tiger Woods.
Yes, correct.
What do you remember about that?
I remember that round. It was special. I got there and everybody was saying that, he hits it a mile. He hits it so far you cannot believe it. I said, okay, fine, good. All right. So we tee off, and I was first on the tee, and I hit my tee shot, and then obviously Tiger is there to hit, and I saw him aiming, straight on over that right bunker, and I'm thinking, wow, I mean, you might be a long hitter, but with this breeze today, I mean, there is no way you're going to carry that bunker. It doesn't matter how hard, how long you hit it. So,
he hit the tee shot, and I started walking. And I kept on looking at the ball, and I kept on looking at the ball, and I'm thinking, bloody hell, I mean, that ball is going. And I kept on looking, and all of a sudden, I saw the ball bouncing over the bunker. And I'm thinking, no way. It cannot be. It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. So I decided not to watch a single shot after that. This is the old part of town. Això, estamos. Very narrow streets. Hola, ¿qué tal? When you achieve something, the town considers that you have done something really special. They give you the key of town, and it was done here at the town hall when I won my first Masters in '94. It was a day full of joy, not just for me, but for family and also for the people from town. I mean, they were really proud that one member of town was able to achieve something great. It started on the big right toe. I was having problems in the joint there, and I started putting weight on the side of the foot to save the pain, and it affected absolutely everything. And all of a sudden, I couldn't put any pressure on my feet, so I couldn't walk. So I didn't play from the middle of '95 all the way until '97. I went to see, various doctors all around the world. Some doctors said it was one thing, some others said it was another thing. To reach the top, and all of a sudden finding yourself incapable of doing absolutely nothing. Watching golf on TV, thinking, well, I will never play golf again. It's over. It's tough.
1996. How painful was it to watch the Masters on television and not be there just 2 years after winning it?
It was tough watching. It was a very dark period of my life. It was tough. Finally, I got to a German doctor that, he did all kind of tests and things like that. And he said, well, I think I can fix you. It's going to take a lot of time, especially the nerves are being affected also. So that will take the longest to recover. And he said, okay, I mean, maybe in 3-4 months' time, you will be able to walk a little bit, and we will take it from there. So when I started playing in '97, I played maybe a couple of tournaments, and then I had to go back home, rest again, exercise, and try to rebuild all those tissues and muscles and tendons. And it took me a year to recover, and well, that's it.
José María Olazábal now driving.
99. You're back. Mm-hmm. It's been a process. Mm-hmm. Learning how to walk again, getting sharp again. How are you feeling going into that tournament?
I couldn't hit the driver properly. And I remember having a couple of practice rounds with Sevi, and he noticed that straight away. Obviously, I was hitting it, left and right. And he said to me, Jose, why don't you just say to yourself, okay, let's take the club back slowly and don't try to force it. Just put it in play
If you keep the ball in play, the way you're hitting the irons and the rest of the game, you will do well.
Gary Player said something to you at the Champions Dinner.
Correct. Gary approached me and said, how is your game? I said, oh, Gary, my driving, is killing me, I cannot hit. What's wrong? What's wrong? Well, I cannot hit it straight. I mean, I pushed it, I pulled it, And all of a sudden he looked, with those huge open eyes, very seriously, and he bent his knees, all his fist bumps like that. Look at me, look at me. You have to believe. You have to believe. But he said in a way that, all of a sudden, what the hell is going on here? and I carried that and the tip that Sevi gave me through the whole week.
Well, he's reaching down for the tee. That means he likes that one as well.
We get the 13 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Amazing scene unfolded there.
Yes. Greg went for the green in 2 and hit a lovely shot. So I hit my third shot and I played a little safe left of the hole. And I left my ball just inside his ball. And he stood over the ball.
Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Tell me about that.
The noise, it was unbelievable. People were shouting, clapping. I mean, it was unbelievable.
This is for birdie. You think this isn't exciting right now? I'll tell you, this is it. Look at it. Norman gets over, gives him a wink and a wave. And I'll tell you, this is what it's all about right here.
With all the noise, what I thought was, it doesn't get any better than this.
It's cutting back. Get up, get up, get up.
All right, over the ridge, a little too hot. That left.
And then Greg made a mistake on 14, bogeyed the hole. And when we got to 15, Davis Love was in the group ahead.
At 16.
At 16.
Left of the green.
Left of the green.
Yeah.
I never thought about Davis, being in the equation.
Second shot for Love. Using the ridge as a backstop. And tell me if you believe in destiny now.
And we hear that huge roar. And I looked at the green on 16 and I see Davis, walking from off the green. And I'm thinking, bloody hell, he's made it. He chipped it in. When I got to a 16, I knew what the situation was, and I knew I had to play well the last 3 holes. I think I hit the best 6-iron I hit in my career.
Excellent shot. That should come back down toward the hole. This is going to be very close. Brilliant shot by Olazábal.
We were walking on 16 after I hit that 6-iron. And I said to Brendan, cherish these moments because they don't happen very often. And yeah.
José María Olazábal in search of another green jacket.
And I made that putt, and pretty much that sealed the deal.
Quite a week for Spain. Low amateur, low player. Sevi celebrated a birthday here on Friday. And now Olazábal will join his boyhood idol with a second green jacket.
Unflappable. Olazábal has a second green jacket.
Did you ever think you'd be back down here in the Butler cabin receiving another green jacket? What did it take to get here?
Well, I reached a point where I really had serious doubts that I would ever not just play golf, but the quality of life I would have in my future, you know, and to be here at this moment is very emotional.
It was fantastic. I really enjoyed '99 in a way that, you know, I never enjoyed any other round. At the end of the day, you know, family was a great part of getting through those tough times. You know, when you have, you know, the family supporting you, taking care of you, you know, those moments, it was special, yeah. I realized that, you know, life can change very quickly, and those moments are very unique. They don't happen very often, and you have to really enjoy every step and every moment that this game and this life gives you.
Jim Nantz remembers Augusta, the Spanish inspiration, presented in partnership with Rolex.
The experiences that I had with Seve at the Ryder Cup, I mean, those are, you know, second to none. I learned so much about the game and about the attitude that you have to become a great player. You know, passion, desire, determination, courage, never giving up, you know, regardless of the situation. He was the king of that.
You know what I love in watching your career is how you've gone from being mentored to being now a mentor of your own. Sergio, 2017.
Once and for all for Sergio.
José María, he's my idol. Him and Seve are both my golfing idols since I was very, very little. To be able to join him and Seve as Master champions from Spain, it's unbelievable.
And a year ago, John Rahm.
Rahm wins the Masters Marathon.
I like to see history kind of repeating itself, because when Ollie won his second Masters in '99, Sergio was the low. I mean, it was his first start there. And my first start was the year Sergio won, which is also, I guess Spaniards just like winning on Easter Sunday on Seve's birthday.
That embrace. What did you say to him?
Well, I hope it's going to be the first of quite a few.
You've taken the torch handed to you by Seve. He showed you how to do that. You've had a profound influence on the next generation of great golfers from Spain.
It's a process of life.
Yes.
It's a process of life.
It's gone fast, hasn't it?
It has, yes. Life goes very quickly, but it's been a wonderful journey. I wouldn't change it for anything. I consider myself a very fortunate guy. I've had the possibility of living wonderful moments, a roller coaster of emotions, and I think that's the beauty of this life, to be able to share those moments and to live those moments makes living worth it.
What's the future hold for you?
Well, you know, I will try to play a few more years at the Champions Tour, and then try to help the new generations. I think that's something that we own to this game, and whoever, you know, wants to dedicate themselves to play this game as a professional, you know, I think they deserve a little help.
It's been one of the greatest visits I've ever had with a champion golfer. Thank you, Jose Maria.
Thanks.
God bless you. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.